Welcome back to Cuca's Kitchen, where cooking is made easy. Today we are making green enchiladas. I have here Milagro tortillas. I'll be doing 24 of them. And in a pot I have water and my ingredients, which is a small onion, 3 garlic cloves, cilantro, 6 jalapeno peppers, and 6 serrano peppers. But if you like less spice, stick to the jalapeno peppers and take the seed out. Also, to make things super easy, we're using rotisserie chicken from the store. We're gonna add those tomatillos later on after our ingredients boil for about 10 minutes. So let's take all of this to the stove. Okay, so now we have our pot on the stove with our ingredients. We're gonna cover it and let it boil for 10 minutes. And while that's boiling, we're gonna go ahead and fry our tortillas. And like I said, I'm doing 24 enchiladas, so I'm going to be using about a 1/4 cup of oil. But if you're doing less enchiladas, then use less oil. And here you want your pan to already been preheating. And since it's been preheating, this is gonna go pretty fast. You wanna put your tortilla in, give it a little stir, flip it over and do the same thing. And that's all you need. It's a lightly fry. And go ahead and add your other tortilla. And you could pull that one out. And you're gonna do this to all your tortillas you'll be using. Again, it's a lightly fry, so you're gonna wanna turn it over as soon as possible. Add your next tortilla and pull it out. And so now we're gonna check on our ingredients that have been boiling for 10 minutes. And at this point, you wanna add your tomatillos in. You don't wanna add them all together because tomatillos boil a lot faster than your jalapeno and serrano peppers. And if they burst, they'll give you a bitter sauce. So once you add them, you wanna go ahead and cover them, turn off the heat, and let it sit for about 10 minutes. And once they've been sitting for 10 minutes, you could let them cool off a little bit afterwards before you add them to your blender. But here we're gonna add our ingredients to our blender now. And as you can see, our tomatillos are intact, they did not burst. And so at this point, you can add some of the liquid that you boiled your ingredients in, or you can use chicken broth. I don't have any, so I'm using the liquid, and I'm gonna be adding 2 tablespoons de caldo de pollo, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper to season the sauce. And go ahead and blend everything together. And so once it's done, your sauce should look something like this. And so now let's take it to the stove. In the same pan that you use to boil your ingredients, go ahead and add about 2 tablespoons of oil. Make sure that your pan was preheated so your oil is hot when you add your sauce to it. You want it to sizzle just like this. And so at this point, you want to give it a little stir. And at this point, you can also taste for salt. See if it needs extra salt or if you need to add a little bit of liquid. If you added too much salt. I'm going to give my sauce a taste. And my sauce is right on point. So once you've done this, you want to go ahead and cover your sauce and let it simmer for about an additional 10 minutes. Okay, now it's time to assemble our enchiladas. So we have our fried tortilla, our rotisserie chicken. You want to go ahead and dip a tortilla into your sauce and lay it in your baking dish. And you're going to add your chicken to it and add as much chicken as you want. These are your enchiladas. I do suggest though that if your sauce is still hot, you want to go ahead and wait till it cools off, because you're rolling them up, but it could still burn. The sauce still burns. So roll up your enchiladas. And you're going to do this to all the tortillas you'll be using. And like I said, I'm doing 24, so this is going to take a while. And the filling doesn't only have to be in chicken. It could also be cheese if you prefer cheese enchiladas. And so now I'm on my last one, adding the chicken, rolling the last one up. And my family likes to have cheese on top of them, so I'm going to add some Supremo Chihuahua cheese to it. If you don't want to add the cheese, you could always just leave it out and your enchiladas are ready to be served. But I'm adding the cheese to it, and I'm also going to add additional sauce around the enchiladas. And then I'm going to put it in the oven under the broiler for about 10 minutes or until the cheese is nicely melted and golden. So let's take it to the oven. And so this is how it looks out of the oven. As you can see, everything's nicely melted. We're going to start serving, and look at the cheese, it's nice and gooey. Delicious. Now you dress up your enchiladas. I like to dress it up with some lettuce and tomato. You could even use cabbage with this recipe. I like to add queso fresco. I'm using the Supremo brand, which is one of my favorites. And I'm going to add some sour cream. And my family likes to add extra sauce to their enchiladas, so I always make sure that I have a little container with the sauce available to them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little bit of sauce on top of this. And that's what my family is going to have for dinner tonight. It's delicious. Try it at home. It's fast and easy. Since I'm on a low carb diet, I can't have the tortilla, but I have what is called an enchilada bowl. I simply add all the ingredients to it, everything that is there except the tortilla, of course. And so you add your chicken, your cheese, your lettuce, your tomato, your sauce. And it's just as delicious, just low carb. And this sauce is not only for enchiladas. You could do it like this in a bowl. You could use it as with chips, like a dipping sauce. And you could also do it on a tostada. You smother it with cream in the bottom, or you could even add refried beans to your tostada. Add your chicken, a little bit of sauce, your cheese, your lettuce, dress it up as you want. So what I like to do, because we can have it in all these different ways, I like to always make my sauce and put it in a jar and save it or freeze it. And so when you're running late and you're having a lot of things to do, pull out your sauce and eat it however you want to eat it. So, friends, this is what's for dinner. Please subscribe to our channel, hit that icon button, and like and share and comment. Thank you, friends. Buen provecho. Oh, don't forget your beer.